Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the 5 Minute Major Podcast, STL. It is episode 57. Shout out David Perron. Presented by Across the Board Games. We're partnered with Gateway Sports and Yell STL as well. I hope everyone's doing okay. Before we get started, we just wanted to mention that time is running out to buy gifts for Christmas. It is prime time now. And if you need a great gift for your if you need a great gift for your family and friends of all ages, be sure to check out Across the Board Games. They have the best handcrafted board games in the world. That from horse racing to NHL penny hockey, they provide some of the best high quality board games in the area. You can visit them at West County Mall, Frontenac Mall, Crestwood location off of Watson Road. So stop on in and tell them we sent you, Josh and Mike. And they'll treat you like family. And you can also visit them online at shop.atbgame.com.
Yeah, get on in there, pick up a game. We love their products. Mike and I will have plenty of that under our trees this year from Santa. All right, be sure to check out our sponsors and partners, Gateway Sports at gatewaysports.net. We are featured as their main hockey podcast, bringing you all things Blues coverage. But if you're looking for any sports coverage in the Gateway area, football, wrestling, all ages, high school sports, everything, they are your go-to website for all things sports. Also, please check out Yell STL to discover the best up-and-coming events in St. Louis using their calendar. Literally, you want to know a day, you pick a day. They have everything there listed on that day for any activities. If it's cold out, you'll find some indoor activities. If it's a good day like it was today, find a good outdoor activity. Make sure to check yellstl.com and gatewaysports.net.
Awesome job. Yeah, we're back on the live ad reads, man.
Let's go.
We're a little late this week. It obviously just
it's the holidays.
Typical holiday weekend. We're busy working and all that stuff, late gift wrapping and whatever. But we have a lot to catch up on. Some crazy stuff happened. Finally, some big news in the NHL. It feels like there's just been like little rumblings, and finally someone pulled the trigger. Bill Guerin. They're right here, buddy. They're this big. Like, good for you. He went for it. He got his guy. And we'll talk about that shortly. But I want to run through some milestones across the league. Yep. Shout out to all these guys. Good for you. Starting with Mr. Tyler Seguin, 1,000 games. 1,000 games. Good job for you. I think he's hurt right now, right? Like
ACL, I think.
Yeah, so that stinks. He accepted his silver stick in a suit with his family, so good celebration for him. Also with 1,000 games, Mr. Nino Niederreiter. Good for you, good for you. He is the first Swiss-born player to do this. Can you believe
It's wild.
that?
It's wild.
I feel like there's not that many.
He's done it with so many teams. He's been on so many teams.
Yeah.
He is the guy that gets just floated around to different teams. If you need that filler, he is your man, Nino Niederreiter.
Yeah, he found a good home in Winnipeg. So good for you. Yeah. Definitely going to be in the Olympics. Definitely. Yeah, and that Swiss team, low key, has some players, man. They can put up a fight. Yeah. I don't know. Well. No, okay. So this is Brandon Bussey for Carolina. This kid,
so good, so good.
So we were always talking about how like Carolina, like Anderson's hurt.
They need a goalie.
Oh my god, they need a goalie.
Who are they gonna get now?
Kachekov's just filling in and he's doing all right, but like Freddie's hurt again. Bussey came in and he won 11 of his first 12 starts, which is an NHL record. Good for you, bud. Like, yeah. I saw he hopped on the Chicklets podcast, and he just seems like a nice guy. Yeah. Just a good, down-to-earth kind of goalie type of player, obviously. But good for you, man. Carolina's rolling. They're probably the best team in the East, I'd say. With Florida and Tampa kind of injured or whatnot. But good for you, bud. Carry that team. Carry them. They need to finally do it, right?
Seth Jarvis needs this. Seth Jarvis needs this. He needed that guy to just be like, we're gonna carry it, and Seth doesn't have to carry the whole team on his back a little bit now.
I agree. Well, their whole team is just nasty. I mean, how good does the Taylor Hall signing look?
That depth signing looks good, but there is the rumblings that Svechnikov does one out.
Yeah, that's been a thing for a little bit. I don't know how to feel about it.
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, we'll get into a lot of trade rumors later on. But one more milestone: Draisaitl 1,000 points. I mean, it feels like he's only played 300 games, but I think he's nearing 900. I could be wrong, but he's the first German-born player to accomplish this. He's the best German player to ever play already by a lot, I believe. I think Marco Sturm is the second best, quote unquote. And he has like, I don't want to shame him, but I'm pretty sure it's like 250 points less. So
yes. Draisaitl's played a whopping 824 games.
Yeah, so
and has 1,003 points. He is a career plus 97 with 416 goals and 587 assists.
Yeah, so he'll be getting 500 goals next year.
And he's only
the year after that. Yeah, so he's got another 10 years of dominating the league, especially if him and McDavid stay together, but we'll see. We'll see about that. But yeah, good for you guys. Great milestones, unreal. That's what it's all about, man. You get to 1,000 points, 1,000 games, like you solidify yourself as a legend. So good for you.
All right, we're gonna hop into more NHL news. This time, the injury bug, which has seemed to be the theme of the freaking season and the theme of your St. Louis Blues. Peter Mrazek to the IR. Colton Ellis to the IR with a concussion. Patrick Kane, last 2 games. He is missed. He is expected to return on the 20th of December. Hopping down to Wallman and Roslovic, also injured. Will Smith on the IR. Tampa, injury riddled. McDonough, Vasilevsky, Cernak, Hedman, all injured. Hagel is day-to-day, followed by your Toronto Maple Leafs. Joseph Woll, Tanev, and Carlo injured. Then to Utah, who is injured with Logan Cooley, who is out long-term. Now, Chicago fans, you're going to blame us. Shen was not trying to hurt him. Connor Bedard has been placed on the injury reserve as well and is out through December. And then you go to the lowly LA Kings, who I just don't know about this team. Quentin Byfield, injured. Dano, injured.
Clarification on Dano. I'm pretty sure he was sick, and then he asked for a trade yesterday. So I don't think he's got the not want to play for the Kings flu.
He's got the Kings
flu.
We'll
see how that goes.
Darcy Kumper left the ice after a collision with Rantanen.
Yikes. That's number 3 for Rantanen.
That's 3.
He's
3 strikes, you are out. But then again, they just keep letting him play hockey, and he will keep running you.
I will say this one was not, malicious intent. He was driving the net, kind of got shoved into it, type of ordeal.
Uh-huh. He's a freaking
It wasn't
goon.
like the whole Bennett thing that people were freaking out about.
Also, did you see the video? It's Brandon Hagel, since he's hurt Barkov in the playoffs, is like a marked player by Florida.
I mean, it does not surprise me.
So he's got the elbow to the head from Ekblad. He got the elbow to the head from Seth Jones, and then he had another player run him and tackle him and fight him.
I love the Battle of Florida.
It's awesome. So good. The last injury here is Forrester out for 5 months after arm surgery, man.
That's a shame.
Shane Pinto's still on injury reserve right now. I think that's the other thing, not including any of your Blues injuries. And there's probably a more wider gamut of injuries, but these are the main ones that we had.
Yeah. I just tried to put a whole list together the past couple days.
It's a novel. I should have tried to do it in one breath.
Dude, and it sucks because it's a condensed season, which, this stuff happens when you're playing a lot of games. Also, it's the Olympic year. Like, some of these players, if they don't get to play for their country, that's just a shame, man.
Bedard, are you going to be back and healthy?
He'll be back for sure. I don't know if he's making the team. I think he's the bubble, and I think Celebrini's in.
Celebrini's in. Oh, yeah.
Celebrini's.
This has been us since day one. We are Team Celebrini, and Bedard can screw off.
No, Bedard figured it out, though. He's a heck of a player, man. I love watching him. Okay, let's go into some of the recent trades. So the NHL, like I said, condensed season. Trade deadline is a little bit earlier, I believe, in the GM's minds. Mm-hmm. especially because the Olympics takes up 3 weeks of the season.
You got the Olympic freeze, and then you have the holiday freeze, so we're right there.
Right. We'll start with the whole Nashville and Edmonton Pittsburgh stuff. So Pittsburgh traded Tristan Jarry and an AHL player, Poulin, to Edmonton, and they got back Stuart Skinner, Brett Kulak, and a second-round pick. Dubas loves his picks. Good for him. I mean, why not? I feel like Jarry's kind of been an injury-riddled goaltender. He's been good this year, but I think if you're Dubas, you're just trying to make a hockey trade, and he brought in for Skinner to get the hate he does, he's actually not the worst goalie. He's just middle of the road. And Brett Kulak, he's a serviceable defenseman, and you get a pick out of it. So I think Edmonton overpaid a little bit, but obviously Pittsburgh's kind of in a rut right now, and Edmonton's rolling, so I can't say they lost anything. They have a goalie that they think can take them to the promised land finally. And then also Edmonton got Spencer Stastny from Nashville for a third-round pick. I actually kind of like that trade.
Yeah.
I like that trade a lot. Nashville gets nothing but a pick out of it, but they are stinky, so why not? What do you think's next for Edmonton and Pitt and Nashville? What do you think, bud? I don't think Edmonton or Nashville's going to do anything too crazy till the trade deadline.
Yeah, I think for this Nashville team, it's a weird spot because I think Barry Trotz is going to refuse to try to lose and tear it down. So knowing Barry, he may be like, you know what? We won some games. We're on a win streak. We're going to climb the standings. I'm going to add. Do I agree with that? No. Should he trade away his players? Yes. But the issue is that they all have no trade clauses, or they're all going to be included in where they're going. And then he, much like Doug Armstrong, will ask for your firstborn child in return. So I don't know. I think O'Reilly should be traded. Let him out of there. He seems like a broken player unless he's playing the Blues. And I don't know who's going to want to take on the salary of Stamkos. It's too much,
especially
money.
With that term.
The term and money. Do they want to eat that much money and retain players? You can only retain salary, I'm pretty sure, on 3 players.
Yeah.
So
it's a tough spot for them. It really is.
They went all in, and I don't blame them. If
not at all.
We were in the camp that they're like, oh my gosh, they're loading up and they're going to be good.
But, I thought they were going to win the Central.
But also they don't have great players coming up. It's much like you spent your money and you spent your draft capital.
Yeah.
And they brought in a franchise goalie to San Jose.
They have their franchise goalie though.
An old version of that. It's much like the Blues, where you still have your franchise goalie, but he's getting older and things are going to start to slip. Yeah,
we'll see. I don't like anybody on that Nashville team besides O'Reilly. I think they're just bad in general.
I like
Yossi,
Forsberg.
I guess.
I'm not gonna I'd take Forsberg on this Blues team.
Oh yeah, Forsberg's like a superstar. So, but
you struggled to sign Evangelista.
So weird. Did he even want to be there? You know what I mean?
You got Tanner Jeannot though.
No, they don't. Boston has Tanner Jeannot on that 5-year deal.
That 5-year deal, yeah.
And he's been great.
Yeah,
he's been a heck of a player.
That's an interesting spot. Pittsburgh, I still think they're going to add. I still think they're in a spot where they're going to add. I thought they were going to tear it down, and he's now just loaded up with draft picks, and he'll use them to get whatever he wants.
And they're competing. So he's not only loading up on picks, he brings in a new coach, gets rid of your long-term coach, brings in this new guy, Dan Muse. You still have Crosby, who's Crosby, and Malkin, who's Malkin. Who's
their
hurt
cap
right
space?
Now, but you're still gaming. They just blew some games, some bad ones.
They have $16 million in cap space. Pittsburgh does.
They're still gaming, man. Crosby has 35 points. That was expected. But Rust, 28 points. Carlson, 25. Good for you. So the old guys are stepping up, and their young players are able to kind of just file in. where needed. So I don't know, man. It's an interesting dynamic.
So hear me out. This is a team that I wonder if they're calling about a Braden Shen and a Justin Folk.
It would make a lot of sense for them to try and get depth for their bottom six at least.
Their draft picks right now, they have their first in the next 3 years. They have 3 second-round picks this year, 2 second-round picks next year, 2 second picks a year after that. This year they have 2 third rounds, 3 third rounds the following year, and 2 third rounds the following year after that.
Yeah, Dubas, I don't know. This is like the perfect
Dubas
team
being
for him.
Doofus. He's not being a doofus.
This was the
Dubas
perfect team
smart
for him. Yeah, this was the perfect team for him to be a part of.
He wanted the core 4, and he just needed the senior citizen core 4 in Crosby, Malkin, Carlson, and Letang.
Well, yeah, he went from like Toronto like superstars, like some of the best to ever wear maple leaf, to 2 of the best players to ever play the game of hockey. So, yeah, good for Pittsburgh. I mean, they're hanging around, but it's kind of slipping a little bit. Maybe they do make one more trade for a depth piece. Shen makes sense. Shen makes sense to me.
Add defense.
Yeah.
You could do Shen. You could add to your bottom 6.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see.
Suter would be a great guy here too.
Suter's a cheap contract too, man. And I can't believe he went unsigned.
On a team that has like almost no one extended after this year.
Yeah, so it's really interesting how they're hovering around.
Do you want to add another goalie?
Dude, they have so many.
They got 2 right now.
We'll take She-Loves.
I was like,
well, let's wait on that.
All right.
As for Edmonton, Bud, they still need to add, like, just in general, but they're gonna get carried, man. They're gonna get carried from McJesus and Draisaitl.
I don't know how they add though. They
can't.
Like, to add, they have to subtract, and what are they willing to give up, and who's willing to leave?
Yeah, no one's taking the 8-year Trent Frederick contract. Like, no one's taking a Nurse contract unless it's the last year.
The Blues probably would.
Like, you never know. So we'll see with Edmonton. I mean, they're winning.
I think
right now
Pittsburgh's the most exciting out of that group.
It really is. I think they have potential. I mean, they played so good to start the year. It's slipping a little, but we'll see. All right, the big one, Quinn Hughes, finally out of HE double hockey sticks, Vancouver, one of the worst places to play. No remorse from me. It's a dumpster fire out there. They got rid of their best player to probably ever play in a Canucks jersey, and they traded him to Minnesota, of all places. No one's radar. It was on no one's radar. We thought New Jersey, Detroit, Philly even. Nope. He went to Minnesota. That's why I said
for a bag.
Garen put him in a wheelbarrow, bud.
That's why I think USA
wheeled him over to Vancouver. Yeah. So Minnesota sent over a deal. So Vancouver got some players in a pit. This was a great deal for them.
This is the return you want for a superstar. This is a return that you could have got a step below this when you traded JT Miller, but you just sold him off. This is 100%. What you can rebuild a team around.
Yeah, so they got Marco Rossi, who's easily a 2C, at least. And then Zeev Bouillon. They got Bouillon from Minnesota.
I could not believe. I was like, they were trying to trade Rossi. They had contract issue. But Bouillon, everything out of this trade, I was like, okay, good players. Liam Ogren, good pickup.
Oh, yeah.
Zeev Bouillon, though, I was like, you're willing to, but you got to pay to get.
Yeah.
And this is a price to pay in hockey, and it's a hockey trade on steroids.
Yeah, so Bouillon is going to be an unreal player. I mean, I don't think there's a doubt about that. He's still a baby, but first game in Vancouver, he had 2 points, goal, and assist, so good for you, bud. And I think Ogren scored last game, too, and Vancouver's on like a 2 or 3 game win streak. So, don't get excited, Canucks fans. Just accept the tank, please.
I want you to get better. Get better. Improve.
Yeah, let us take your spot.
Let us take your spot. I want number 1, damn it.
They also got a first-round pick next year, so good for Vancouver in that trade. Like, one of the best deals they probably could have made, if not the best deal.
It's the best deal if Quinn Hughes stays, or if you win a cup Yes. If
In
he,
Minnesota, you mean?
yeah.
Hmm.
If Quinn Hughes walks and ends up in New Jersey, this is a failed deal in my opinion.
I mean, Bill Guerin's willing to take the risk, man, and I would be too. I mean, he's a generational player. You
he's
have
a
him for
generational
another
player.
year after this. So, but if he's not willing to stay, I mean, he's going to cost 17. So you would have two players wrapped in 35 mil.
He's
and
not making.
You're talking about Parisi and Suter 2.0 all over again if you can't keep winning.
Yeah, you lock him down to an 8-year. I feel like you have to do an 8-year extension at this point, or 7-year extension.
Yeah, we'll see. It's up to Quinn though. I don't think Guerin's pressuring him. I think he's like, let's play your game, kid. Let's try and go win. And we'll see after this year or next what happens. What's next for Vancouver? We kind of just talked about it. They need the stink. They have to lose. They have to try and get as high as they can in the draft and truly rebuild.
And that means Pettersson has to be moved too.
Pettersson just got hurt.
And that's the issue. Like it's the e-bug, the emergency injuries that keep happening here.
Yeah.
It's affecting teams that probably would have made hockey moves already. And I think Pettersson just needs a change of scenery.
Yeah, I think Pettersson is awesome. I think he's a great player. He's been way better this year. You can get a lot for him. I also think signing Besser to that contract was a mistake, and I think Besser was the one who made that mistake. He should not have gave in and signed there because now he's lonely.
I think he may ask to be traded though.
We'll see. I mean, he's on a pretty decent number, but he signed long term. And
what did he sign for? 8?
I think so. I think it was 8 years, 8 by 8. So him and Garland are kind of the only ones stuck there, and I guess Pettersson, and Demko. They just signed Demko too. That one really made me upset. I'm like, you're really gonna keep this guy on your roster when he cannot stay healthy? He just can't. Like, it sucks, but sometimes you gotta let him go, man. So I think Vancouver needs the stink for like 3 or 4 years. I think that's what they have to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just run with the kids and trade off your best players for picks and more young players. Minnesota, you have to win.
It's a win now. It's much like Dallas is right now, where it's a win now, where you've added so much.
Yeah, this was your next step to compete with the 2 best teams in the league, which ultimately are in your division.
Yeah,
and they're better than you still.
Yeah,
which is insane. How good they are. How good is Colorado and Dallas? They are so unbelievably good. And it's annoying because guess what? They're all going to play each other in the first 2 rounds, and only one of them is going to be available for the conference finals. That's the worst part. That's the worst part about it.
But the common denominator of all of them, they all have superstars.
Multiple. Yeah, Colorado has like 4 superstars, you know.
Yeah, but they have the household names in the league. Everyone knows who Cale Makar is. Everyone knows who Nathan McKinnon is. Everyone knows who
Martin Necas.
I think Necas is still, but
B-tier,
B-tier. But then you still have Quinn Hughes. Everyone knows Kirill Kaprizov. Everyone knows.
Yeah.
Mikko Rantanen. Everyone knows.
Right. No, I agree. So it's going to be hard for Minnesota. They have to either get some puck luck in the playoffs when they ultimately play Dallas.
Hopefully your goalie stands on his head.
I think they can beat Dallas. It's Colorado. That's the tough one, man, because they just...
But I think you match up now with the puck-moving defense, though.
You do. I mean, you have the speed now, because Quinn Hughes will not get the puck taken away from him.
No.
And neither will Makar and McKinnon. So you're kind of competing with that in that aspect.
It's who can have a slip-up just enough that the goal goes in the back of the net. And it's gonna be a fun playoff series.
It's gonna be a lot of dirty goals that determine games for sure, or a power play.
It's gonna be the special teams are gonna win the playoffs against these teams.
Yeah, I'm so excited to see these guys face off. It's got to go 7 games, please. Please let it go 7 games. Also, I just want to say this before we go to our next point, which is going to be some of the rumors we've heard or came up with ourselves, and then we'll get to the Blues, obviously. The Colorado Avalanche are in the bottom 5 in power play this year. They're only 15.5%, and they're 27th in the league or something. That's how good they are. They don't even need your power play. They
Plus
don't even need you to
56.
take penalties to score goals. I'm sure they're snapping it around, but they're not scoring. Dude, it's like 2 regulation losses. That's it. That's all I want to talk about. That's it. I mean, I'm happy for Joe Sakic because I love Joe Sakic. And I do really
I like
enjoy
Jared
watching.
Bednar.
And I enjoy watching that team play because they are truly otherworldly. Like, it's like watching like old hockey where it was like literally only Detroit and Colorado used to play for the cup, basically. It's back
I
to
won't
that.
lie. Bednar may be my favorite coach in the NHL.
He's a heck of a coach, man. He stands up for his guys. He stands on business.
Yeah.
He's an Avalanche coach.
He is.
All right, let's get into some trade rumors, bud.
All right. I will kind of start from the bottom here. Rasmus Anderson, I think he is the next guy to kind of move. It was waiting for the market to see what Quinn Hughes got you. Rasmus Anderson is the guy that will get moved out of Calgary. Teams that I think we've kind of heard, I think it's going to be Vegas. I think Dallas also we talked about. Those are the 2 teams that I really would like to see him probably get moved to. I don't really want to see him in the Central. He sucks defensively, in my opinion, but he's great offensively.
Yeah, he can put the puck in the net, especially on the power play. And when you have a defenseman that could get up into the play and also be fast enough to at least be in position, then it kind of frees up a lot of other things. So,
but also, if
he's still a great player, man. Still a great player.
And to lump this Calgary, Mackenzie Weegar, his name's out there, but Calgary's in a weird spot. It's like now they're refusing to trade anyone. So
this is what they do every year, bud. This is what they've done for a while.
They're going to hold on to Kadri. They're going to hold on to Rasmus Anderson. They'll just walk and they won't get anything for it. And I'm like, all right.
Yeah, they're. I think Backlund missed the last game. He left the game early. I don't know if he's actually hurt, but I'm not seeing it that he's hurt. But yeah, I don't know. I think Anderson has to be the one to go. He's second in points on the team. He's almost 30. Like, get him in that Dallas system, bro. Like, he's gonna flourish. Same with Vegas. Like, those are the 2 teams that just makes the most sense for him to go to Vegas, in my opinion, because they need to get past Edmonton.
Yeah.
And then you'll have to face one of the Central Gauntlet teams ultimately, because no one is beating one of those 3. So, good luck to them. But I agree, Anderson needs to go. It's just for Calgary's sake. It's like Vancouver. They just need it to the Blues. They just need to do it. You just need to move somebody to get it going. No one wants to do it, but you have to. You're out of it. You're 6-7 points out of it. 6-7 points out of it. So yeah, I don't think Calgary has any chance. But
no,
I like those 2 teams. I haven't heard anybody else
No,
those are the only 2 in the mix. I feel like LA could use a defenseman, but do they have the money? Do they even want him? You know what I mean?
Well, if you're moving the next guy on our list, which is Philip Danault, or
Danault,
right?
Yeah,
Danault, good lord,
French Canadian or something.
Yeah. So, Danault, where he's going, I don't know.
I don't know either.
I've Montreal Canadiens maybe. That's a team that I think would maybe be in on him. I personally think the Blues probably would be in on him to an extent, but also I don't know. I don't know. This is going to be a guy that we're going to be like, oh, okay, he's won it out, but I didn't know who was going to take him.
Right.
So, he's a guy that I think is just in the rumors where he's going to go. Maybe a Penguin.
Yeah. Another older depth piece that Dubas likes. And he has not played great this year.
No, he's been awful. He's not been great. He's 32 years old. He's not having a great season. I don't know what's going on there. He's got 30. He just doesn't have the. Sorry. 5 assists in 30 games. He's a +3.
He hasn't scored yet, which is crazy. He's kind of declined the past few years. I mean, he was a 50-point guy for about 3 years there.
The drop-off has
been late 20s prime, right? And then, he's never been a scorer, but he's hovered around, the 15 mark. But last year he only had 8, and this year he hasn't even scored once. I know Arm Dog on the game notes, the Chicklets game notes, he's the slump buster, and he had Danault as to score to bust a slump, obviously, and then Danault had the sniffles for 2 games, and it was 2 games against like 2 bad teams, and he's like, all right, well, I guess you're not busting the slump then. So yeah, and then he said he wanted to get traded. I mean, he wins faceoffs. He can defend well. Like he's a silky type of player. But he just, I don't know. He's in a funk. He needs to get out of it. And if he wants to go, then get rid of him. He's played in Montreal. He's French Canadian. You know, it makes sense. They seem to be going after all the French players right now.
Yeah.
So I don't know what it is about that. I mean,
there's a lot of question marks there.
But he's a good add to like a playoff team, I think, personally.
Yeah,
he can win you some faceoffs. He can play on the 3rd or 4th line. Like, why not?
Yeah. So we'll see. He's listed there. I don't even think they have any other rumors listed here on even the Athletics. So yeah. Figure he's going to be gone. Hopping up to Nashville, you have Ryan O'Reilly, Stamkos, and Masterschalt.
Yeah.
It's the same guys we've been talking about the whole time.
Yeah.
Ryan O'Reilly's going to have a say in where he goes, so he's going to pick where he goes. Stamkos, he also has a say in where he goes, and he has a whole lot of money to deal with. Masterschalt, I also think, is going to have a say in where he goes. So all 3 of these guys are going to dictate where they're going to go. They're going to pick out what team they want to go play for, basically, if they want to go.
Yeah, and if Barry Trotz actually wants to make the move, he has to accept that he might not get what he wants, or he has to retain. Because you're not going to get a 1-for-1 with these guys anymore. Like, I don't think teams can do that, especially because these are the types of players that just a playoff team wants to snag for a season or for however long. Like, I don't know. Ryan O'Reilly makes the most sense. He just makes the most sense to get moved. To me, he's more effective right now.
Whatever playoff team that wants him, he'll go there.
And he'll dominate, man.
He can play second, third line.
Yeah. I mean, New Jersey makes a lot of sense. Montreal makes a little bit of sense, but I don't think he wants to go to Canada.
Minnesota makes a lot of sense.
Minnesota makes a lot of sense. Are they trying to go get one more? If they got Ryan O'Reilly, I would go to DraftKings right now and put a future on them to win the Stanley Cup. I think it's like 1,500 odds. So if you're a sports bettor, do it. Why not? Just put $10 on it. Return on investment. But I agree, bud. Nashville's a dumpster fire right now. I mean, they just smoked the Blues, but like we said, they have superstars and we don't. So we'll see what happens.
All right, moving to another guy that I think we can kind of say this contract dispute has been a dumpster fire. Alex Tuch. I realistically, I think he's traded.
He has to be.
I get, because he wants a contract that pays him more than Kempe. Which is like over.
Is that confirmed, or is that just what people think he should ask for?
No, I think that's what he's wanting. I think
so he wants like a $9 million.
I think he wants like 10.
10.
He's 29 years old, and I mean he has 28 points this season. He's got 11 goals, 17 assists.
Point per game player. He's kind of in his prime right now.
He's playing 18 minutes a night right now. He averages about 18, 19 minutes. Last year, he had 36 goals, 31 assists. I
know. He's really in his prime right now. He is. But is he just going to fall off like Bushi did? You're at the age where it's like you just turn 30 and boom, you're back to only 40 points a season.
Because at that point, it's the risk. Either your team's going to give you a crazy long deal like Brad Marchand gets, or you're getting a 4-year deal at crazy high AAV. That's
what I would say. Like if you want to go somewhere and sign somewhere big,
4 at 11, 11
4 at 10 and a half,
which I think is too much.
I
Personally,
mean, I agree.
I would love Tuch here, but I agree. I think it's just too much money.
I think he should be around the 8 mark.
8.5. I think with the cap rising, I think it's safe to say
8.5. 9. Yeah.
9's probably the high end of what I would give him. 9.5 is like, that is it. We're done.
He's only been over 70 points once. I mean, but this is what, like, they've talked about this on all the NHL, insider websites and TV shows and whatnot. These second and third line players are going to start getting paid like first line players did. So, like,
yeah.
It's just the way it is, which is crazy to think about. It might seem like a lot, but so
And that'll
9
be
makes sense.
And we'll be honest, that's going to be an adjustment for Mike and I as we try to start figuring out cap projections when we get to the deadline and everything of like what guys are going to be worth. Everything is just, the market just keeps resetting.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's such a weird thing because you have Krill that gets 17 and then you go to McDavid who takes 12 and a half. So unless I quit my full-time job and I just did this 24/7, it's going to be hard to always know what the going market value is.
Yeah.
Because it's crazy.
Yeah, we'll be looking at what Freege says on Twitter all the time.
And the tax thing. I think the tax thing plays such a crazy role in this. So
yeah, say he's like Florida. Hey, Florida, you need a winger who can score. You know, everyone's getting hurt. Tampa. Instead of the 10.5, you can give him like 8.5.
8.5 and
9, maybe. You know what I mean?
Because what was it? It was going to be 14 in Colorado is the equivalent to 12, I think, in it's like
Florida?
a $2 million. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So an 8.5 deal makes him a $10 million player. He's a heck of a player, but I hope he gets traded and gets to play some playoff hockey. But honestly, the way this new GM is working, which we didn't mention, by the way. There's a new GM in Buffalo. Kevin Adams fired. Jarmo's in. Kekalainen. I guess he's been around, but they finally gave him the full-time job, and he says he's ready to win. So is this the big trade that he's going to make? Is talk for something?
And he knows how to draft players. He helped draft Pietrangelo. He drafted TJ Oshie. He drafted other big names in the league. But for those of you that follow us, mostly are Blues fans, these are the players. He knows how to draft. So he will not only continue to develop this roster through trades, but he will develop it through the youth movement. And they have good young players there.
Yeah, we'll see. All
right.
On to the next.
New Jersey. So we have talked about this. To get players, they need to move players out because they are right up against the cap. And the two players that have been the mainstays are Doug Hamilton and Palat.
Yeah.
I don't know what the going value is going to be for them. I think it's a hard spot now because I think they wanted to move out because they wanted to add a Hughes. I still think they need to add. I think they need to add center depth because this team is made of glass.
Yeah.
You need veteran centers who are you need players that are versatile that can play in your middle six that aren't going to get injured. And I think Hamilton and Palat are the guys you have to move because they are getting paid. So, Dougie, I think could get you a decent return in my opinion. Palat, I think, is getting you just a filler, a pick, or yeah.
I agree 100%.
And I think look to them to be moved here soon. I wouldn't be surprised if they're moved before the freeze.
Yeah,
on Friday.
We'll see. I mean, they need a Shen. They need an O'Reilly. You know,
their current cap space is $429,000.
Yeah, so they can, if you can like get Dougie out and bring in a Shen, that's a win.
Yeah, because Doug Hamilton,
because Shen's contract will be done by the time Quinn is ready to be signed.
Dougie is making $9 million for the next 2 years after this year.
It's kind of tough. It's kind of like the nurse contract. Yeah, but so Dougie's solid, but he gets hurt.
I like Dougie. He's good. Palat is making $6 million.
Yeah, it's a brutal contract.
He's 34.
Yeah. So those two need to get gone, but we'll see what happens. All
right. Lastly on this list, Mason Michelli from Toronto, rumored. It's just
it's Matthias Michelli.
Is it Matthias Michelli?
Yeah.
Yeah, Matthias Michelli. Sorry. It's just not working in Toronto, in my opinion. He's been fine. I think the thought was good.
Yeah.
But I think much like Toronto, there's a lot of internal issues there.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna like have a breakout year. I remember saying it, get back to that 50-point mark that he was in Arizona.
Play well in the Berube system.
I don't know why he can't get it going. There's a lot of things going on up there that just make you nervous, you know? Like, I think just that whole city is surrounded by nervousness. And just...
That whole city, it's like a microscope.
Yeah, it's just really stressful. So I
It
don't know. I don't
You
know.
want to talk about a crazy hockey community? Like I still
They're
go
insane.
back to the day that when they signed John Tavares and I was in Canada, and like the whole freaking restaurant all knew about it.
Yeah, it's
And
like
I
instant.
looked at Swain. I was like,
The
wow,
heck?
I love hockey, but man, this is nuts.
Yeah, he's only got 9 points in 22 games. He's a plus too, but he's only playing 13 minutes a night. So it's like, I thought he was going to be up there with Matthews, but I guess not. Like, or will
I
he? I don't know. I guess he's not getting the minutes. So
that
that's a Berube thing.
the Berube, yeah. But like I said, is he playing in that system like Berube wants him to play?
Yeah.
But also,
Yeah.
I love Berube, but I think he also struggles to connect sometimes with some of the younger players.
Yeah,
Some
the
of the
skill players that he doesn't.
the skilled, more head casey, like
I
not in a
think
bad
he
way. It's just
no.
this generation.
I don't think he I think he understands. I think it's hard for the players to connect with him when you're not like Shan. Like you don't
He
play.
doesn't want to have to expect to explain that you need to go work hard, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that. I love Berube. I think he is one of the best coaches in the league, but also he's from the air where it's like, I shouldn't have to expect you to go work your butt off.
Yeah. Like
Like,
forecheck.
yeah, like it is a non-negotiable here. You're going to play two ways. You're going to forecheck and you're going to play. That's just the way we are.
Yep.
And we saw the issues with that here in St. Louis with some of our players. And we're still seeing that issue on our third coach.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens. Speaking of the Blues, but let's get into it with them. We'll kind of do the same thing. We're going to do injuries and trades and call-ups and call-downs and waiver wire pickups and all this stuff. It's kind of a mess in St. Louis, as you guys know. And then we had a couple requests to talk about the goaltending situation and what we think about Binnington stinking it up. And Hofer getting his third start tonight. I guess yesterday it'll be for you listeners against the Jets, so we'll see how he does. But yeah, let's get into it. So Blues injuries. Some of these you may know, some you may not. Actually, you probably know all of them. Kairu's on the IR. He hasn't skated since he got injured. He's week to week. This is the first time he's been out ever in his career, so good for him for being durable. I thought it was going to be a lot worse too, so I'm glad he's not awful. Nathan Walker's out for 5 or 6 more weeks. Snugger is out for about 4 more weeks with his wrist. Bukestad's out for at least the next 3 games. I'm guessing that's the next couple games.
Yep.
And then, of course, Dylan Holloway's out for at least 6 weeks with his right high ankle sprain, which is really, 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 really crappy to see because those stink to recover from.
He's going to get reevaluated. I don't think he's back before 8 to 12 weeks.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, especially because we're stinking it up.
Yeah, there's no point in
rushing him back. Yeah. All right, and then let's get to some call-ups and some signings. So Hugh McGinn, he got called up. He had 2 points in 3 games, assisted beautifully on one of the Devo goals last game, and we sent him back down.
Yeah, I mean, he played fine.
I thought he played great. For what it's worth.
He had that first game up, which I'm sure he's jittery, but God, the defensive play was rough.
The whole team, But he got on the score sheet, first career goal.
He's a hard worker.
Yeah, he's a gamer. He's a Nathan Walker, so good for him. And then we signed Dylan Dubé to PTO in Springfield. I think it's low risk, high reward. I mean, he was a 50-point player in Calgary before the whole debacle of things we won't mention. But he's back and reinstated and all that, so the Blues are trying him out. I mean, I guess why not?
I think
both your teams are
you're so depleted right now, and your teams suck. I don't think he'll get a contract down there, in my opinion.
I don't think so either.
I think it's just going to be a stint, and then he'll move on. I think it's a warm body right now to help your Springfield team, since we have a third of your roster up here with the Blues.
Yep, it gives him a chance to try and get back to normal. I mean, he was a decent bottom sixer, maybe even second liner before the whole debacle. So
yeah,
we'll see what happens with Dubé. We brought back Robbie Fabry on a 1-year deal. It's $775,000.
I'm gonna pull that jersey out, baby.
I love Robbie. I always have. It's a shame he kept getting hurt throughout his career. He's not even 30 yet, and he's only played 400 something games. Like, it's really, really a shame.
Ankle and leg injuries, man.
Yeah, it ruined him. But he is a Stanley Cup champion, so St. Louis loves him. I'm happy he's back. Why not? He steps forward.
He's been gaming. He's been a gamer for you. He's
throwing the body. I love it.
He's playing the system right. And I told Mike, in my opinion, he's playing for another contract next year, and I think it's here in St. Louis. I think Doug, at this point, with the state of this team, I think he's playing to be back here next year. Yeah. And I like that leadership in this locker room.
Yeah, I mean, the first couple games, I'm like, wow, I haven't seen somebody play like this in about 3 weeks. So it feels nice to see someone who knows how to skate hard and lay hits and do the right things, the small things.
He plays the old style blues hockey that we used to just know, and
he just plays hockey. Like, I just feel like that's hockey. Like, how is that not the standard? Like, that should be the standard. I'm happy he's back. Torpo came back in the lineup. He said, "I'll never do that again." Basically.
Love him.
Frying turkey or something stupid. Burned his legs. He's back, so he's a spark plug, I guess. He's basically on the second line at this point with how depleted we are. So we brought up Kaskamaki, and then we sent him back down. He was all right,
And that's he's just not ready.
No,
but it was a good experience for him. That's the thing. Like, for those of you who are like, he sucks. This is like, he's not bad. But he's a defense first minded forward that you're going to need for the future of this franchise and this team. And he's growing. He'll be fine. I still like Kaz. He's a good player.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm jumping down to Stenberg getting called up. He gets to play in his first game tonight against Winnipeg, so good for him. And then we claimed, I think it's Jonathan Bergen off waivers from the Red Wings. Yeah, so another Swede being picked up by Steiner and company. Is this his NHL numbers, buddy?
Yeah, I got his whole NHL numbers. So he's got 169 games played, career, 31 goals, 33 assists. 15 games this year, he's got 2 goals, 4 assists. He was a former 2018 draft pick, second pick in the second round, 33rd overall. So fun fact about Berggren. He played in Sweden with Philip Broberg. So we are making the Swedish national team over here in St. Louis. I think it's a guy that needs a new chance. I mean, has offensive ability, not great defensive. It's very much where I'm seeing a lot of comparisons to. It's low risk, high reward kind of thing. He's only getting paid $1.85 million. He's played half the season already in Detroit. Really didn't get many opportunities and just needs a fresh restart. If it doesn't work out, he's gone at the end of the year.
Yep.
So
it's kind of the whole ordeal of where we're at right now is just dealing with injuries and people being able to just play. We'll just get into the next topic. We have nothing good to say about how we've been playing, obviously.
Yeah.
Trade rumors now. Obviously, Falk and Shen are still like the most mentioned. It makes sense. They're on cheaper contracts for only a couple years instead of the long-term ones that people seem to want to get rid of that don't make any sense. New Jersey, I don't know, Toronto, Florida, Tampa, San Jose, maybe even if they're in the hunt to play in the playoffs. I don't know. That's about it for those guys, in my opinion, unless we trade in Central, which we won't. Those are kind of the teams I'm thinking. I don't know what you think.
Yeah, like we talked, we're at that point where somehow we could stay in it. But also, like we talked about, is we don't have a superstar. And we've seen everyone else has a superstar.
Yeah.
And you're at the point where you need to draft top 5 minimum in this draft. And realistically, one of the top 3. I think we're team Ivar or Verhoff.
Mm-hmm.
And McKinnon is going to be a very good player, but I think both of the other two would bring some much needed support to this team. But McKinnon may be that guy too. I'm not going to be mad if we get him.
No.
I think the McKinnon Stenberg kind of could be more of the like Matthews Line kind of thing where it's going to come down to where it's like, well, one could have went, but one's clearly going to end up being the better NHLer.
Yeah.
So it's just going to come down to, do you want to fix your D or do you want to fix your offensive group?
Yeah.
Right-handed shots are hard to find, and Verhoff could fix that immediately. But realistically, I would love to draft 2 players in the top 5 right now in this group.
Yeah.
I also like the guy that could go 5th overall. It's a left wing that's 6'5".
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
if you can somehow get 2 first-round picks out of some trades or something, just like
yeah, you got to get multiple first-round picks again this year. It's much like the season when we traded O'Reilly away. That's where I feel like we're at. You get what you get, but you need to get a high draft pick and then get whatever else you can get.
Yeah. Pittsburgh might be the play then because they have ample picks.
Ample picks, and I take multiple second rounds. You don't have a pick in the second round this year.
Yeah. Maybe that's where Army's looking. It would make a lot of sense.
Pittsburgh also has that pick, so
yeah. Well, we'll see what happens with those two. I mean, as much as it stinks, something's gonna happen, and we're not gonna like it.
It's just a matter of days. I think someone's getting moved here soon. I really do. And then I think Doug doesn't want to sell low on these guys, but I'm sorry. Like,
eventually he has to come back down to earth. Like, we cannot compete with the return we're gonna get.
The locker room just needs to know someone's gone. Like, I'm sorry. Like, someone's got to go.
They need to. They're sitting on the ledge, and the players are like, who's getting pushed in the back first? And they don't want to play right now. That's part of it. On top of the injuries, on top of the start being abysmal. So
the other thing, still, we have not heard about a freaking closed door players only meeting.
Yeah, I don't know. They're all just kind of hanging out.
At this point, they're just kind of like, yeah, we're not good. It's the effort. We got to really just dig down and get better. No, do it. Like, you're not doing it. I feel like Bernie Nicholas over here. Like, no, it's not okay.
Yeah. We've seen from insiders that basically everyone's on the table. I have to assume that Thomas, Neighbors, Broberg, Dvorsky, Snuggerud are not going anywhere.
Yeah, realistically, in my opinion, I really do think it's Neighbors, Broberg, Dvorsky, and Snuggie. Thomas is on the bubble to me right now with how they kind of feel about this team. And I don't think Bennington's any more on this untouchable list.
No, I agree. I think Bennington he's about to not start for his 3rd straight game against the team that booted us from the playoffs in Game 7 last year. He's not getting the start.
No, and lines are set now too, so.
I think maybe he's finally just to the point of I'm ready to try and compete somewhere else. But I know, we're not going to trade Bennington. I was that guy like you literally yesterday, but now I completely 180 my opinion. It doesn't matter anymore. It really doesn't. You're playing with the cards that you dealt yourself, and now it's time to play the game. It really is. Stop sitting back. You can't sit back anymore. You can't just. Dougie said, I really hope they go on a run. That'd be great. No, stop. No, we can't hope anything. Let's just do something. But it might not be now. It might be after the Olympics. It might be after the Canada roster gets announced. It's just like Dougie has 2 things going on in his head. But I still don't understand why Steen can't be given the authority to do it anyway.
I'm at the point now where, like, there's no fire, it seems like, with Doug right now.
I know. It's terrible. He doesn't I don't see it. I don't hear it. Maybe at the beginning of the year, but now it's like, I'm just hoping they go on a run. Like,
there's no press conference. There's no, like, no. Like, you got to take the dagger, you shove it in their eye. No, like, there's nothing.
I know.
And right now, I'm like, just at this point, like, either let Steen do it, or if we're at this point where, like, you're not going to trust either of them, then you just need to make the decision now and clear house.
Yeah. It's a tough spot to be in as a fan because you have no idea.
Because
going
realistically, the front office, I think, is going to go through a drastic change in the next 5 years with Steen.
I hope so. I hope he brings in his buddies.
I
It needs
think
to be an old boys club.
Stasny's back. Bertuzzo's already here. Matt D'Agostini's here. Thorburn's
here.
Brian Elliott's here.
Elliott, yep.
I would love to see David Backes in a role back here.
Yes. The heart and soul.
I think the only shot is maybe David Perron comes back here when he's done if Armstrong's gone.
Maybe Steen would convince him, and he loves here. He loves the people.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. I don't know. Let's get deeper into the goalies because the people were requesting it. Let's run through the statistics.
Yep. And
I got both our goalies.
And I have the AHL statistics for Zarenko because I think we have to include him in said discussion.
You can start with Zarenko, and then we'll move our way.
All right. So Springfield has been bad.
Awful, bro.
Okay. So I'm going to start here. Zarenkov. Vadim Zarenko, who we thought was going to be leaving the team, ends up signing an extension. He's a 2019 7th-round pick by the Blues. Played in 15 games this year. He has a 3.1 goals against and a 910 save percentage. I mean, but here's the next number. He only has 4 wins. So, not great. Not great.
Man.
Has not been great. And then Georgiov Romanov, who's played 10 games as well, has a 307 goals against, 910 save percentage with 3 wins and 1 shutout.
Yeah.
You're not great right now.
No.
Springfield's not great right now. And you don't, like, Colton Ellis was the guy, and clearly Colton Ellis got picked up to Buffalo. So there's no reinforcements coming. No one's there. The Blues don't have that next guy in the minors. And the thing that they prided themselves so much on, there is no one else coming. The Swedish young kid, he's playing fine, I think, right now. He's playing, and he's going to be on the World Juniors team, I think, for Sweden. And then I'm pulling up Will Cranley's numbers. That's the only other guy you got to kind of think of. He's only played 1 game in Springfield, and he had 6 goals against.
Wonderful. Will Cranley.
Florida Everblades, he's played 8. He's got a 1.73 and a 932 and 2 shutouts.
Wow. So he's in the East Coast League dominating, then he comes up to the AHL and he gets dominated. I'm assuming that's the team in front of him, partially.
Yeah, he's 23. I mean, he's also, I think Brian Elliott's talked highly of him. He really does like Will Cranley. Also, for a team that's struggling for goalie depth, I think Brian Elliott's nephew was a stud for London. So I don't know why you didn't bring a kid in like that. But
I don't know.
Tomato. Let's jump to the big team.
All right. I'm on Joel Hofer right now. 15 starts. He's gotten thrown into 3 extra games, so 18 total games played. 5-7. He's got an 89% save percentage with a 3.16 goals against. That's just not good enough. It's just not. You're supposed to come in and back up the starter and have like a 90%, and like a high 2 at worst. So he has not been good. He's had some awful games at the beginning of the year. Awful games. Just was not confident at all. And well, now he's actually been a little bit better, which is crazy to think about.
He is your 1A currently.
Yeah, he really is, obviously, because Bennington hasn't started in 3 games. Yeah, there's games where Hofer looks great, and there's games where he's just shaky, and it happens. But we can't let that happen if you really want the starting position, buddy. He's only 25. I get it. He's backing up a goalie with no confidence right now. Some of the worst goals against that I've seen ever as a hockey fan this year between him and Bennington. Just awful. Like slipping under the pad when it shouldn't. He's in a reverse V8 and it goes over his shoulder. I'm like, why are you in the reverse V8?
Both
From
of
the
them,
sideboards, like just a wrister turnaround from the sideboards in the net far side. I'm like, why are you way out of position on this play? Are you anticipating to rim it around the back so you can go tap it with your stick? Like, it's just that stuff. It's like mental mistakes that turn into bad goals against. I cannot believe it that the switch would just boom with these two. I just don't get it.
but
I
you know
really
who
don't.
it's very similar to, you think of goalies that just flip. Devin Dubnyk, Steven Mason, who just like all of a sudden it's just like, what happened?
Where'd you go, boys? Yeah.
Yeah. And Grubauer.
Yeah.
Grubauer had to be sent down to the minors, and they had to bring him up for his freaking bobblehead night.
Yeah, he's probably the best example is Grubauer.
As of late, yeah.
Same with Georgiev's always been bad, but he got even worse. So, and he's like, he's outgunned. Husso, but he's kind of back.
He's kind of back, but like also,
flip the script. It's so weird.
And you have one of the best goalie coaches in the NHL.
Yeah, Team Canada's goalie coach, right?
Team Canada's goalie coach. And here's the thing: I have Bennington's numbers pulled up in front of me too, so we can kind of compare those. Okay. Yep. He's played in 21 games. He started 19. He has a whopping 7 wins and 8 losses. Goals against 3.49 and a 869 save percentage.
I mean, it's astronomical numbers, brother. You just can't do that.
I hate to say this, but and I love Bennington, and he's a big time winner. Look at his career save percentage.
Yeah,
869 this year, 900 last year, 913 the year before that, 894 before that, 901, 910, 912, 927, 750. Good Lord, he only played one game that year.
He was one game.
15, 16.
Yeah, but to be over 900 is relatively good.
Yeah.
So he's a 905 save percentage for his career. He's a 281 goals against, which I think is pretty good.
Yeah.
He's got the most wins in the history of the Blues franchise. So obviously our heartstrings are being pulled when there's rumors that he's going. And the fact he hasn't started in 3 straight games, he's either hurt or he's ready to go, man.
Or it goes back to he is of the era that he can't play a crazy amount of games. And this is the hard part.
Really? You've played the same amount as your backup.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Maybe he doesn't like the system. Maybe he wants to play more. Maybe he's like, why am I splitting with Hofer? I'm still the guy. I should be starting 50 games. More.
And the hard part is we're not sitting here and saying I was the biggest defender of Bennington, but sadly, I think it's the writings on the wall.
I do agree with you. I genuinely think that within either this year or the next, he's gone.
Yeah, I don't see him getting a contract extension, in my opinion, if they keep him.
The only reason they would is because they know Hofer ain't the guy. And he needs Benny. But also because the way St. Louis works, buddy, the way we work, you keep the guys that from 7 years ago that did something, Yeah. So you'll keep Bennington, but you'll let Perron walk. Like that type of stuff. That's St. Louis.
And that's the thing too, is that I think
finally I was going to say, I don't want to compare those two as equal or whatever. I'm just saying, that's what you let Petra walk, you sign a crew.
Yeah.
It's that type of stuff.
This team's lucky. I think that playoff run is why people are still showing up to games. But we've seen it this year. We can't give tickets away, it feels like.
Yeah, I had to sell those Boston tickets for literally $20 a piece.
Yeah, it's bad. We went from you were on a wait list to it was hard for us to get a half season to just getting a 10-game pack. It's been a process, and now I think it's going to go back to the era where it's you want tickets, you can get tickets.
Yeah,
I mean they have done more no fees sales this year than I feel like we've done in forever.
Yeah,
and I think the we won in 2019 to fans is finally like, yeah, we won in 2019. We've sucked since.
Yeah, it's about that time to start feeling bad.
And this is the first time that like Blues fans like openly are out there like, no, Doug, it's Doug's fault now. Like we defended Doug to the end, and a lot of fans did, but now it's like, no, you did this to
we're
us. You
all
need
on
to
the
fix
same
this.
page now.
Yeah,
like the Doug haters from like 3 years ago. We were like, come on, like whatever, it's fine. Now we're all like, all right, let's make something happen. Now we're ready.
Yeah,
and it genuinely might start with Binnington. It might start with him.
Yeah,
because he is probably the most sought after prime time goalie in the league. Like,
yeah. If it's a
on
game
an
7 right now,
contract, like you can send him to Tampa, who needs somebody to help Jonas Johansson when Vasi keeps getting hurt. Like a San Jose to back up Askarov while they're making their first playoff push. Florida. They have their Russian duo, though.
They do.
Like, those, what if Ayerson gets hurt in Philly and Vladar needs a backup?
We still talked about Pittsburgh.
Like, Skinner doesn't pan off, they like Shilovs, or vice versa. Picks. Like, it's going to be something like that, if it is. If it's not, then we're just blowing smoke in your ears and you're going to hate us for even mentioning it. But that's okay. We have to do that. You have to hate us sometimes because that's our job. But the goalies have been good. Samantha on Twitter, thanks for asking about the goalies.
Reach out and do this more, guys. We will cover more topics that you want us to cover in depth. Like, message us. We'll cover this. We love doing this, and we love the engagement from people.
Yeah. We need to start going live. Maybe we do like our weekend recording, and then maybe on like a Wednesday night we just go live and just talk for 30 minutes or something. Like, and start doing that. Like maybe we can get a chat rolling. I don't know if we ever will, but maybe we can. So, but everything's not great in St. Louis. We're not even going to go through the recent games. I'll just start with the ones that we hadn't talked about before. Montreal, we won. Boston lost 5-2. Nashville, 7-2 loss. We win against Chicago, which was a great game. And then we lose to Nashville again, 5-2. We gave up a hat trick to Forsberg. We gave up 4 to Stamkos. And now we're playing Winnipeg tonight. I think we just started. Stenberg took his rookie lap. So then we got Rangers coming into town who have been stinky at home, but they're great on the road. And then we go to Florida. And good luck.
Florida and Tampa right then. Yeah.
Yep. Thanks for listening, everybody. Sorry we're late. Appreciate the partnerships and the sponsors that always across the board. Gateway Sports, Yell. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to all of you. You might hear from us next weekend.
We'll try to get one more episode in, and then we'll probably take a week or so break, a couple week break, just to kind of get us through the Christmas and New Year, and then planning on us hitting the ground running pretty hard after that. Pretty consistent. If we can get a couple out, with some more interviews coming. Working out some fine details of getting an NHL player that's currently playing in the league. Another collegiate coach. So
possibly a returning guest or two. We'll see.
Yeah, returning guest or two. Also, for those of you who have liked our reels on our accounts, the done video has blown up, and it has been so cool to see the hockey culture and all of the girl hockey players that have all reached out and all commented, and their parents saying like what it meant to hear. And I think our goal would be cool that everyone we're bringing on is to ask that advice. And for those young players that are listening, just keep working. If you get a little bit better every day, Dale said, just do something every day. And all these players we've talked to and coaches we've talked to is, if you put in the effort, it's going to pay off, and it's going to suck in the time being, but it's going to work out and it's going to be great for you guys. And we cannot we're going to be pulling for you. We're pumped for you. We will be your biggest support. If somehow this video got to you and you're like, that's what I needed to hear, great. Then what we are doing on this podcast is all worth it.
Yep.
Because we want the next generation of hockey to love this sport as much as we love hockey. And we're excited for you. And this community is great. The hockey community is top tier, and there's no better community than it.
Yeah.
So from us, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and we'll try to get another episode out next week. And to our sponsors, thank you so much. And if you're wanting to sponsor or us advertise for you, please reach out. My phone is out there. You can give me a call, message me. I'm always checking our contact stuff. We would love to work with you. We'd love to sponsor you. We would love to grow and help us reach more. So thank you as always. And Mikey, love doing this with you. And as always, let's go Blues,
bud.